no airline would show old-fashioned old equipment. Again, this is a little earlier, but an amazing piece of deco typography. 1920s, 1950s. What you gonna see?
Well, whatever makes a poster valuable is a good image. What is also very, very important in the pricing is the condition. Some posters can be very, very, very rare, very hard to find, because they have not been printed to a big quantity or because they have not been saved well. And if you find an example of such a piece in perfect condition, of course, then the price can be very, very, very high.
I started collecting vintage posters just running into it at a home show. They were flipping posters and I just couldn't help but watch.
Thank you. Here's my trophy. Of the opening credits of the James Bond movie. The poster fair is great because it's the only opportunity in the world to see every period. Art Nouveau, Art Deco, mid-century, modern, all in one room, every field of posters, meaning travel, advertising, military, sports. There's something for everybody. The beauty of posters is that there's something for everybody. He uses this for attaching the poster in the frame. Okay. Is it like a painting, puts down a sheet of acid-free paper, and then puts the poster on that. Another cargo one I've never seen before. What is in Paris?
It's an American product, but printed for the Italian market, for business. And this is for the Job cigarette papers, for ink, for pianos.
They were used only to be put up on the walls. They were rained and snowed on, and by the end of the week, another poster was put on top of it. So it doesn't matter what the print run was. It only matters how many survived 2 world wars, which means they were never used on the walls, which means it could be a sample in the printer's estate, it could be in the artist's estate, it could be in the theater manager's estate, it could be in the entertainer's estate. Sometimes there were 50 printed and you have 40 left over because they never used them. And sometimes you can have 1,000 printed and there's not one left.
These are UFW posters right here. But you know, some of the artists did posters for both. You know, paintings, text, machete, cutting through the cane. This one's about recycling. This is one of Emory Douglas's, done for the Black Panther Party. This is for art weekend at in San Francisco at Gladden Memorial Church. So what you'll find in these exhibitions that generally have a commercial nature are posters that they're usually quite beautiful. They're wonderful posters about wines or travel or sporting events or something like that. And that represents what most people think of as the poster market. But there's a lot of other posters that exist, and that's the posters that we're working with here at the Oakland Museum of California. Posters that have a historical basis that don't really have a commercial basis, which is a relatively unknown subject. This is great. For the whales and for the farm workers, take your bottles and cans down to these places to recycle them. Curbside recycling didn't even exist. So one thing that's always nice to look at when you look at vintage posters is think about the technology at the time when it was much more difficult to make these things. It's nowadays people think, oh, you just get onto a computer and you do it. Well, this was way before any of that happened. and the technology required to take an idea and turn it into a beautiful piece of art in multiples of thousands was a very difficult thing. So that's one of the things to look at when you're looking at vintage posters, is be aware that this was a lot harder back in the day.